Hello, everybody on the YouTube. This is Old Guy Plays 1969, and today we're going to be covering another game. I'm not sure if we'll turn this one into a Let's Play or not. That all depends on you. I'm really lately trying to push viewer feedback. I need, thumbs up if you're shy, you don't like to talk, or comments in there. So yeah, do a play on that. I'd like to see more of it. So I'm just going to basically start this game up. I'm going to show you what I play with as far as mods go, because it does have a strong modding community. It is a block style game, but it is kind of familiar to what you're familiar to. But the colors on it are a little bit more, I guess, gray, light pale greens to it. It's not as bright and fluffy as some of the other block games that you'll play, like say Hightail, something like that, because that's got a lot of nice coloring in it. That one. Just grabbing a little sip of my coffee here to wet my whistle. But yeah, so let me hop into the actual game itself. I'm just going to go through the mods that I use in this, and these are mostly just quality of life stuff. So this here allows you to pick up a vessel and put it back down. The game doesn't actually have that. Maybe eventually, because it's still in early access, maybe at some point the developers will put that in there. They've been pretty good so far about listening to the community. We got some better shaders. These help improve the water a little bit, even though the game does come with some, and they do a pretty good job of them. This just improves a little bit further. Bookshelves. We got our handbook. So basically, this allows us to bookmark stuff out of the handbook. And trust me, when you go to start this game, the handbook is going to be your lifeline. Now, if you haven't seen too many videos on this and you're actually coming to me as the authority, I just want to let you know I'm not the authority on this game. I even got a friend of mine that, can outplay me in this hands down. So, shout out to him for being a great builder. He's taught me a lot about this. He's actually the one that, kind of hooked me on to playing this game. So if you like these block style games, but you've always been kind of wondering, like, I wonder what it'd be like to really survive. Because when you play the other main one that I covered and covered the homestead mod on, um, within the first day, you don't have to worry about food anymore. And it doesn't perish, it doesn't expire, none of that stuff. Let me scroll down a little bit more so that everybody that's watching the video can see all the mods that I use. Go ahead and pause your screen. You can go to their website. These all come from their website. One thing about their website that's like wickedly cool is that if you're using a Windows system, they do have a one-click button to install the mod, so that's great. You know what I mean? You find the one that you want, just click one-click install. It loads the game up for you, and then asks you if you want to download it. You say yes, and then boom, it's in. That's all there is to it, and then this will be in your mod manager screen. Anyway, single player, yeah. So I've did two starts. One that I played for, a total of almost an hour, and that one was just to familiarize myself with the keys. Now I got 20 hours and 1 minute playing on a different world, and I did progress on that one as far as being able to find a little bit of copper, even though I still don't have all the copper tools. And you might say, progress the copper. It's like, yeah, this game is brutal and it'll keep you honest. Anyway, I'm sure the main reason why you're here is you really don't want to hear me talk about the game. You want to see it a little bit. Now, this has been out for a little bit a while. And of course, you can, name your world whatever you like. It'll pick something based off of your name if you like, or you can just randomize. So we'll go with Old Guy Plays Adventure Tales. Now, this is the default survival. Now, you can have it so that you make the creature hostility like passive, and just it'll be 5 days before monsters appear. You get to keep your inventory. If you die, you don't have to go find your body. True winters are disabled, so you don't have to worry about cold. Okay, so this is just if you want to explore the world. And then there's wilderness survival, which basically makes the eating and stuff happen even more quickly. Food becomes more important. And, like I said, and creative, and then Homo sapiens. So basically, this one here just lets you play. without any story elements to it. So the game does have a story element to it, but it really focuses on you exploring the world, because you have to. Anyway, let's just create this world, and we'll just show you where, when you pop into this thing, where it starts off as, and nice ominous stuff that has there. And I'll explain things as we're playing here. Now, I don't even know really what I set the creatures on. I think they're all at default, so they will be aggressive if they spot us. And don't know if at default, if the rifts start to appear, which brings out the real baddies. Okay, so expect me to die lots, because you will. Figure stuff out. And when you see the 3 dots, kind of let you know it's ready to load. Now it automatically comes with a mini map. This is a mod that I have telling you over here what the day is or whatever. Now this is winter, but the minute that I finish clicking my character, like making my character, this will go to spring. And I think 9 days in the game equals spring. Now down here, this is your life bar. Now this, you start off with 15 hit points. Now, if I'll show you the next screen after in a moment here, your character has a different food saturation, and if you can manage to get all the elements of the food saturation together, you will increase your hit points. This is, I guess, like your sanity meter. If it starts to scroll to the left, you're kind of starting to go nuts and get a little disorientated. If it moves to the right, you're coming back out into a safe zone. If it's not moving, it means you're in a stable area where you're not going to really encounter too many rifts. And this little puppy over here is your hunger bar. Now, let's make ourselves up a character, because you're supposed to be some type of, like, I don't know, alien being or something. So let's make our guy, I don't know, make him a little green, little Kermit the Froggy, and give him some purple eyes. Yeah, smirk's good. You can see it through that big walnut stash, but give him the old horseshoe. There we go. And hide dreads. Ponytail? I don't know. What you guys think? Sideburns? Wow. There's some major sideburns for sure. They're sticking way out. I really don't even know what some of these are. Unfortunately, I don't have hair. I'm kind of bald, so it doesn't really matter to me about hair. So I don't usually pick much like that. So let's go to dreads, I guess. And let's make them a little old. Just, why not? And then you can pick if he's got clothes. And of course, you can pick voice type. But I'll tell you right now, if you've ever watched any cartoons of Peanuts, or what it's otherwise known as, Charlie Brown, you'll hear these voices. They're kind of, see? So I'll just kind of leave it wherever it is, right? Okay, now let's just go ahead. You can even show what your guy looks like dressed. So confirm the skin, and now you can pick a character class, which is kind of new from any other block game. So you can go with Commoner, which is the base type, or you can go with a Hunter. Now, it'll give you some bonuses to actually be able to use weapons and hunting. Then there's the male factor. But if you're underground and in those areas where I said that this wheel spins, it's going to be even worse. You're going to be frail and nervous and, even worse. But, you can pilfer and forage a lot better. Then there's the Clockmaker, so it makes you just real fast, but you're still kind of frail and nervous. Then you have your Blackguard. He's kind of more of like a soldier. But, because he's a soldier and because he's hefty, he's kind of Conan-like. He's going to go through a lot much more food. And he's going to be able to take, he's not going to be as good ranged when it comes to damage. And then there's a Tailor. I like to just go with Commoner. Ooh, I don't know what that was. That looks like a bear right away. Oh, God, we're going to die right away. Oh, look at that. Lost almost all of our health. I bet you that thing's still following us, too. Wow. Look at that. This spawned right into Death Valley. Holy crap. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, welcome to Vintage Story. We almost had our asses handed to us right away. All right, let's go down here. Now, another thing with this game, you can hit the inventory button, and guess what? You don't have any. You got only what you can carry down here. But the first thing we're going to address is, we can make some baskets. So we are going to make some baskets down here. So we are going to need some stone. What's this? Salt. Okay, game, be nice to us. First thing you're going to want to look for is flint. Oh, well, we found some red clay. That's very, very, very important. It's so weird. You can hold your control key and make your guy run, but please be aware, if you start running, you're going to lose your food bar quicker. And the other thing with that as well, you could run past a bush or something, scare a fox or a wolf, or like that bear, and he could hand you your ass before you even get the game started. Anyway, I've never had such a bad start. Loose flint. There we go. That's what we want. Now, what you can do here is you can nap out the dirt. So you got to throw it down, and then you got to make yourself something. So in this case, the first thing we're going to want here, we need a knife. Let's make a knife. Then you got to chisel it out. I know it's called knife. The K's silent, but I like calling it a knife. And there we go. So we got one knife blade. Now we need something to make a handle out of the knife. So again, it's not like it's just chop down a tree, automatically get the block, and Bob's your uncle. You can't just, oh my God, what's that over there? Okay, so one way you can get sticks, when you see bushes, give them a crack. Oh, I just picked up a stick. Okay. All right. Okay, let's hit the E button. Knife blade here. This. And a knife blade. Crafter up a knife. There we go. Now we have a knife. Definitely need a knife. Probably a raccoon or something. Took off pretty quick. Salt stones. Salt stones. Wow, I'm right by the water. And even though that might be a good thing, or something over there. We're going to need food. Already our health bar is half down. We're going to need storage too, so I'm going to need to make those baskets. I already know from playing before, I'm also going to need some grass, but I don't have anything to cut it up with. I could use my knife. Let's get some grass. There's a couple of things you can make with grass. A couple of important things. Torches. Your bed be made out of grass. A nice little straw hat for the grass. Everything is manual in this. Oh, there we go. There's a hay bale. Probably should not be doing this right away because, like I described earlier, you only get so much inventory space. There we go. 3 of these. Make a little hay bed. There we go. Now I have a hay bed, so if the nighttime comes, I can put it down. I'll have a place to sleep. Now, one thing with this game is when you put your bed down, you don't automatically get a respawn. You're going to have to eventually find something called a clog wheel, because this game actually has currency as well. Quartz bits. This game also has another cool feature. It has waypoint. So this is peat. This burns well. So you're going to want to hit the, what is it? What key do you want to hit? Escape. You can do it that way, I guess. Settings, controls, interface. Geez, I can't remember right offhand. Wait. Controls. Sorry, I hate it when people fumble around with a new game. But you know, I've been playing it for a while, and then I went on to other games, and then you get your brain familiarized with the controls of that, and then you come back to this, and then you forget. So let's see, which is it? Back crafting. Oh yes, you can also sit down on the ground in this. I switch journal handbook, coordinates and compass. Control V. So world map. Get the map up, and then you can right click on your map. And we're gonna mark this as Pete. Caps key. And you can put a symbol for it. I just usually use a pick or something. You can pin it too, so it'll stay on your map. There we go. So if we need to come back to here, it's there. Driftwood. Set to burn. I need sticks. Quartz. I'm gonna need that for a while, so I'm not gonna mark it. Now that's something over there. You can hit the Z key with this mod I got and zoom in. I don't know if that's a BB rabbit sleeping, or is that a BB rabbit that's been killed already by something else. So we'll soon find out. Yeah, it took off. It must have been sleeping. So you can pretty much forget about catching bunny rabbits. And this thing's going to start honking at me, I think, real soon. Because I need a food source, and I have not encountered one so far. Just you can't catch animals. I tried. Just they're too fast. They really are. They're just too fast. You have to eventually, like, maybe make yourself a spear or something like that afterwards in order to get any leeway with trying to hunt an animal down. Now I'm going to head over here because this is the first bloody tree I think I've found so far since we've started the seed. Ooh, good raccoon. Something killed that. I am going to crouch. Oh, stabbed it. Right click. I want to harvest this. It says it's got large bite marks. Okay, it's just a pelt. All we're getting from that. You can take the bones too if you like. I think I will do. Now I'm gonna place these on the ground. They're not a full bone. They're stuff. Can't be filling up with that. And you know, I'm not surprised by that considering we did encounter a bear. There we go. Some berry bushes. We need berry bushes. Okay, let's eat these. Get the health bar up a little bit. It's not going to be enough though. Okay, I think I also need to nap out an axe. Let's do that. Shovel head, spearhead, axe head. Uh-oh. You also need a stone to nap it with. So unfortunately, I may have had a stone to push down, but I didn't have one to hit against it. So that ain't going to work. Grab these berries. And I think we're going to be dead very soon. Let's eat. I mean, our health bar will go up after that attack by the bear, but you know, it's going to be a slow process. Saltstones. Wow. Normally when you start a game, there's friggin' flit everywhere. But, you know, if I was to actually reveal what my last name, you'd say, oh, okay, no surprise. What just went running by me? Might have been a fox. Saltstones, saltstone. I don't want to get too far away from where I put that piece of flint down. Maybe I can smack it with the basalt stone. Okay. Try. Seems to be working. Okay. Axe made. There. Now trees take a while to cut down. You got to kind of saw through each block that the tree is made up of before it'll topple. Im and burr. Here we go. All right. So we can make firewood. So you put your axe in the craft and then you grab logs. Then you can make firewood. We're gonna have some firewood, stick in a bed. I am gonna probably put this pelt just gonna lay it on the ground. I don't think we are going to stay here, and it's just a small animal pelt, so eventually you're gonna need to collect pelts for the winter. Maybe should bookmark this? Come back for it after? Resources is always so important here. Let's call it a pelt. I won't, and I'll just put a brown color on it. I won't in it. I'll just leave it as a dot on the map. Okay. All right. Need some more berries. Okay, now we're out of food again. What's the current time? 14:24. So middle of the afternoon. It's gonna get dark soon. I need to find some more flint because I need to make shovel head so I can dig us into the ground, because if not, the bad things are gonna come. No way. Or it's hiding somewhere, right? What am I looking for? That. Looking for flint. So it's the best thing to make tools of. Any more? It's not too bad of an area over here. Trees. More flint. Find a nice clear part of grass here. The sun's going. We need a shovel head. Now, here's the worst of it. Don't have an inventory slot. This is a birch seed at that. Put that in. One stick left. Makes a shovel. Nope. And it's not pretty as it is. Let's get to digging. We need a mud hole for the first night. I don't think if I want to stay in this area, if I'm being 100% honest. It's kind of a crap area. Not a lot of resources around here. Oh, great. Now we're digging into stuff that I can't dig up yet. 16 blocks. Let's prepare for the night. Now, do I have enough to make a torch? No, I do have enough to make a fire. Crouch, some grass down, firewood down. The only problem is I need a fire starter, so I am going to need more grass. Not every piece of grass is going to give you grass to ignite. Oh, might help if I used my knife, wouldn't it? Okay. You hear that noise? See that thing over there? That is a rift. So that's where the arseholes come out of. Yeah. Where the bad creatures come out of. You gotta stay away from those. It's over here. Oh, boy. Whole bunch of raccoons. Oh. Yeah, that was a wolf. We were right beside him. I don't want to be anywhere near him because he will make dinner out of us. Quickly. I keep hearing those riffs. It's getting late. Wow. It says right now, currently where we're at, the rift activity is low, but I don't even think I'm going to be able to stay where I dug out. I better mark it though, because for now it is a spot, and I can just shove us in a hole for a night. So let's hit M on the map, right click it, call this home, so that we can find it. We're also going to pin it. We'll put a little house symbol on it. We'll make it blue. It's getting darker. I'll put our bed down. And make a torch, but I didn't want to make for grass, in all honesty. Room for that shovel. Let me take this out a little further. This is Vintage Story. You know, I hope you get a sense right away that your progression is going to be slow. And I mean slow. No two ifs, ands, or buts about it. The progression is going to be super slow. Okay, and it's getting dark. Get enough grass. Sticks. I don't think I have enough sticks. Because I need to make a fire starter. Because I need to rub grass and sticks together to make a fire starter. Yeah, I do got an axe. Go cut this tree down. But this will provide a stick or two. I did get one stick. What's the worst of it? I don't have enough food. Don't have enough food. We're probably going to die the first night out. And that is sad. But that's Vintage Story in a nutshell. Expect to die a lot in the beginning. I mean, unless you can get lucky. And right, the wolves are coming out. I can hear them howling. I am going to be their dinner. I just know it. So let me show you the handbook. So you can hit H, bring up the handbook. We want to bring up a fire starter, and that's this right here. And then here's that little mod of on you. You can bookmark this because you're never going to make it again. So you need 2 sticks in the corner and a piece of grass. So we have what we need for that now. So go in a piece of grass. Oh crap! No, we don't. We don't have enough sticks. I'm gonna get one. We need one more stick right here. And you can't turn the logs into sticks. You can forget about that. Got a bush somewhere handy. One stick. No stick. Oh, yes, I did get a stick. Stick, make a fire starter. Fire starter equals being able to start fire. Went. Okay. Rub it together. You lighting or what? Come on. Okay. Lit. Got ourselves barricaded in. Let us make a torch. Do I have a stick? No, I don't. The one thing you can do with your tools is you can actually lay them up against the wall. I think you hit like Control Shift, and you can put them up against the wall. Same with Max Shift. There we go. So you don't have to carry everything around. I don't know if I can put this down. Again, fire starter. But you know, we got to stay here for the night, and now we're only get 2 little health bars left. So the other thing, yeah, I must tell you about this: the sleep. When you sleep, you only sleep for 7 hours, so it doesn't replenish anything, and it does not. Well, it automatically replenish your health, but let's sleep anyway. We'll do the 7 hours. Show you how that works because it's like 1939 hours, and this is in military time. Maybe eventually there'll be an app that you can do regular time. Hear that noise? That's basically a little chime saying, "You are starving," and it'll keep doing that. It's not going to stop. But if you notice, it's a little dark outside, and it is well, oh, I hear a bear or something out there. You hear that? I heard a bear out there. I heard a growl. And there's not fishing yet in the game, so you can't fish. Hear that? It's a nasty thing. Probably come out of that rift. And because we slept too early, it's like midnight. And we didn't sleep through the night. So that'll keep happening until you die. Essentially. And that's it. So yeah. So I'm gonna do away with this app, this game. And I'm just gonna save it. And we'll end the video here. And if you'd like to see me struggle through some more of this, and play some more of the game, I'd be happy to do that for you. But if you want to go ahead and explore it yourself, take a look at the links that I've left for you below. Take you to the website. The game isn't super expensive. I believe it's in euros. So you will have to convert it either to US dollars or, wherever part of the world you're from. And from there, you can go ahead and purchase the game. I know for me, in Canadian dollars, it only worked out to about $32 or $36. So, good price considering most games these days are 100 clams. So, yeah. So if you want to see me play more of Vintage Story again, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. But really, the best thing that you can do to let me know that you want to see more of this is to comment. And, maybe in the next game, I'll pop in and we'll show you my map that I actually did make a little bit of progression on. But yeah, definitely expect a lot of hardship starting off with this. There is a learning curve. And if you notice, I was a little fumbly with menus and stuff like that because, I'm not a pro and I just started learning it myself. And because of that, the whole time your hunger bar is going down. So, you really got to be thinking of food. And berries, yeah, they give you something to eat, but you're not going to live off of those. Now, what I did do on my own personal map is I turned the baddies off because you can do that. You can turn the bad guys off. And I also made it so that the actual creatures, like your wolves and your bears and stuff like that, that they were not aggressive unless attacked starting off. And I would recommend that for you if you're new. Dive into the full experience once you get a handle of how to move around and how to make some stuff and get a feel of how hard it is to progress. So as you see, like me starting off, if you don't get a good spawn, you could be what do they have? They put that up the river without a paddle right away. So anyway, I like Vintage Story. I think it's a good game. So if you want to see me play some more of it, like I said, leave a comment. Let me know. This is Old Guy Plays 1969. Till the next time, see ya. Bye bye.